Zenless Zone Zero just launched and millions of people all around the world are joining in on the fun. Over 50 million, in fact, which is pretty crazy, and the Zenless team are rewarding you with 1600 polychrome for being part of that achievement. With so many people playing the game and likely so many more yet to join, I figured right now would be a fantastic time to go over some easy mistakes that you're likely to make that can very easily be avoided. That way you can maximize your enjoyment and limit any unnecessary hurdles. I've already poured well over 20 hours into ZZZ, so when the devs reached out to me to sponsor this video specifically, I thought, hell yeah. Working with them on a game that I've already had some fun in, on a video that I already wanted to do, sounds like an easy win. So that's a no-brainer. With this in mind, if you're interested in trying Zenless Zone Zero out, I urge you to take a moment, navigate down into the description or the pinned comment below, and click that link to download the game. Let's kickstart this off with arguably the most important mistake I see people making, choosing challenge mode instead of casual mode because they think that it'll provide them more rewards. That is just not the case. When beginning the game, you'll be able to select between two different game modes. Challenge mode provides an increased difficulty, but it does not add additional rewards, meaning the only benefit here is making the game harder. You can alter the game mode at any time in game, so don't feel like you're locked into this choice. Zenless is a largely narrative-driven game where the story not only provides insight into the current state of the world, the background of various different characters, but it also pushes the game forward and unlocks a lot of additional content. Many gameplay features are inaccessible during the early stages of the game, and only through progressing through the main story will you unlock them. You'll also obtain better rewards for main story quests, so they're significantly more efficient for your time. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't also focus on side content, you definitely can, but it should never take precedence. It is absolutely paramount, imperative, that you conserve your resources, your materials, where and when possible. I know you're probably like me and immediately want to level up the cool new character you got, but don't. Find a team you enjoy. 3 characters that synergize well with one another. Typically a main DPS, a stunner, and a supporter. And then, and only then, utilize your resources to level and upgrade them and their weapon. Wasting resources on every single character will leave you resource starved and will be a detriment to your progression and your success in the long term. I would strongly advise you focusing on your main DPS first, maxing them out before the others. It is well worth the investment. Seriously, I see so many people bypassing both the cafe and the noodle shop, and I don't really understand why. The cafe provides you one of the most important features in the game, an additional 60 batteries. Batteries, of course, being your stamina. If running out of batteries is an issue that you encounter, then it's probably worthwhile to make sure you top up here every single day. The noodle bar, however, provides you a nice combat bonus, which, while not as important, still provides you a nice boost. I'm sure, much like me, when you see this cool new character that you like the looks of, you immediately lock in and you want to main them. Trust me, I can relate. However, and this is important, Zenless offers every single player the opportunity to trial certain characters out. You can navigate to the characters specifically and begin a cooperation exercise, which will allow for you to learn in great detail how the character works. This isn't exclusive to characters you own, though on the contrary, for characters available via the stable channel, you'll see an option that allows for you to take them for a little bit of a test run. That way, you don't waste pulls on a character that you might like the aesthetic of, but don't like the playstyle of. Trust me, we've all been there. You can farm drive discs pretty early on in the game, but it really isn't advisable to do so until you get to account level 40 due to the best drive discs appearing after attaining that level requirement. With this in mind, acquiring the perfect drive discs might be a little more difficult until reaching this point in the game, thus it is worthwhile to, instead of focusing on 4 set bonuses, opt for 2 2-set bonuses instead. Earlier, I noted that you should conserve your resources because they're difficult to acquire. You can, however, farm them fairly early on by utilizing the batteries resource. Characters require quite a few resources to upgrade, including XP for either them or their weapons, and ascension materials for their skills. You can even go as far as farming for drive discs as well once you reach ascension level 40. Regardless of whatever route you choose, you're going to want to take the time to consume your batteries so you don't hit your limit, prioritizing whatever resource your main DPS needs first, and then the remainder of your team. New Eridu has a lot of things to do for players. The cafe and noodle shop we mentioned earlier, mini games, a lot of features that you'll want to make full use of to get everything you can out of the game. But most importantly, and this is something that's often overlooked, you can find unmarked events. These are scenarios you might have never known exist unless you actively seek them out. So, make sure you talk to everyone, no matter how social you are. You might even hear a conversation that leads to another seemingly unrelated conversation that unlocks an event or rewards you with items. All in all, there are a lot of things that you can very easily overlook in this game due to how deep and complex it can at times be that can make the game exponentially easier. Hopefully, this aids you in getting situated in Zenless with a little less difficulty. I know how daunting starting a brand new game can be, and honestly, again, Zenless Zone Zero has a lot to offer. So do not miss out. Once again, if you want to try Zenless Zone Zero out, and really, you should, it's a free game, then I urge you to take a moment, go down into the description, the pinned comment below, click that link, download the game, and join the over 50 million players playing the game right now.